Alright, y'all, so I'm coming up with y'all to another episode of my little YouTube channel. Today, speaking to us is going to be Miss Kitty. She's my homegirl, so I know who she is, but I just played the clip. So if y'all want to take a look at the video, I'll drop some notes on how to find it, or like a tag or what have you. But we're going to get the conversation started. Miss Kitty.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
A lot.
All right, so we gonna get this conversation popping. And we were just having a conversation in regards to your marriage.
Right.
And it was something I wanted to ask you that I've been thinking in my mind. Do you think guys are intimidated by you because you're a female rapper?
I'm not gonna say a rapper. I have a strong personality. I'm real alpha. So it takes a strong man to deal with me because I can intimidate a lot. I'm a go-getter. You know? I like to make things happen, and unfortunately, somebody can be intimidated by that. So yeah, I don't think it's all rap. I think there's a lot to do with.
I mean, I feel like most of men want their women to be submissive anyway, and ain't too many females ain't about their life no more.
And I'm not. I think I was a man in my past life, so I'm not. I mean, I want to be submissive.
You don't know how to.
Person.
Okay.
I can't be submissive for somebody that I'm carrying.
True.
So
True.
I just haven't found that person to be submissive for.
So what does that person have to bring to the table for you to take that role of being submissive?
I want them to back up what they're talking. You understand what I'm saying? If you want me to do and walk and follow you, you have to be a leader.
Right.
You know, because I know I'm a leader. I'm a leader. And you know, I got things that I need to work on. And in a way, some of the guys that I attract is a reflection of myself. So that's why I said I have things I need to fix in myself.
Right.
But I would say a strong personality. I want them to know that I'm their woman. So in the field that I am, I work with a lot of men. I be around a lot of men and not be insecure thinking like, oh, because she, like you said, it does have something to do with rap. She rap. Every guy she around, they probably looking at her. What she dealing with. Somebody like that. Somebody that I trust his word. You know what I'm saying? In his judgment. I know that he's going to hold down the household.
Right.
And if he don't, I want to be like, you know, he usually got it, baby. I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So with you previously being married and going through the things that you went through, how easy would it be for you to step out there and get into another relationship, a serious one?
I haven't been with my ex-husband in, I say, 5 years. My son turns 5, maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And since I haven't been with him, I have not been in a serious relationship. I've dealt with people. You know, you asked me, I had a daughter.
Right.
Afterwards, but the way that came about was on some out having fun, had a baby, and I kept her. You know, I'm not one that believes in abortions, and so I kept her, but I haven't been in a serious relationship.
So would you say that the next man that comes behind your ex-husband has big shoes to fill? Just because?
No, hell no.
Not in the sense of what he did for you, but just like emotionally. No?
No.
Interesting. Because I only say that because I know most females, well, I'll say some females that I've talked to, once they been hurt so bad by somebody that they took it to that level with, it's hard for them to jump out there and get back into like the whole dating game and things like that.
True. But when you said big shoes, like, I mean, like, as far as when you asked me, do they have big shoes to fill? I mean, I thought you meant as far as being a better man and doing better things, because that's what I meant. No, because he didn't.
So what I mean is like emotionally wise, like, so if let's say all the things that went wrong in your last relationship, if when another man comes into play, like, are you going to be looking for those things to know, like, red flag, like, no, I ain't messing with dude, because it's like it's making you remember something that he might have did that hurt you.
Yes, I'm scarred, because that's what it sounds like you had.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very scarred. I've been for years. I haven't been in a serious relationship yet. You know, I tried, but it seemed like I'm attracted to the same type of.
So it sounds like that you need to start healing yourself first before you can journey out there. So what are you doing to do that? All right, so back to what we were saying. So you said you're scarred from your previous relationship, but you haven't started the healing process yet within yourself, so that you can stop attracting the same type of individual in your life.
I'm trying. I don't know if I really know what that is yet.
Okay.
I'm in search of it. I'm looking. I'm trying to heal myself. I don't know if I really know what's required to heal myself all the way. I think I know a little bit.
Okay.
I'm trying to fix stuff with it, because, like I said, like, the people I attract is a reflection of myself. I'm a strong believer in that.
Right.
You know, nothing is by chance. So if I meet somebody and something about them irks my soul, is a sign telling me there's something within me that I need to change. So I'm still learning, and I feel like I'm still a work in progress. So how much can I add to the next person? You know what I'm saying? So you said, what am I doing to heal myself? I mean, I guess in knowing that and growing and even admitting that, like, you know, that I got things in myself and looking and seeing what I need to fix and working on that.
Right. And when my last conversation that I had videotaped, like, we was talking about this, and my ex kept throwing stuff out to me that I needed to change about myself. Like, Tosh, you need to learn to love yourself more. You need to, you know, do the work to actually fix you. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm good. Like, I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit, because I'm like, oh, you know what you're talking about. Like, you the one need to fix yourself. But after keep hearing certain things, like you said, attracting the things, I then started, like, what I did was I actually practiced Buddhism. Right. So I started picking up books and stuff like that. And a couple of the books that I picked up, it was like I would read something and I would be like, that's me. Like, so how do I fix it? And, like, the books have actually helped me to fix certain things within me. But I think, like, it's still, even though, like, you can read and learn things, it's all going to come into play when you actually get into a relationship, because that's when you put what you learned, you got to apply it to the relationship to see if you've actually grown from what you've read. And I think with being hurt in relationships and knowing that you need healing, it's still that vulnerability part of you that may take longer to want to show, because you're always going to be thinking in your back of your mind, like, I don't want to go through that no more. Like,
I don't want to go through it anymore, but it's been so long. Like, right now, sometimes I just be sad, like, am I ever going to fucking fall in love again? Like, I don't want to grow old by myself, you know? And you asked me, have me and my baby father, my child's father, my daughter's father, we've never been together, but I love that man. You know what I'm saying? And he said things like, him and my husband has said things, ex-husband, they have said things that's the same that I need to work on. And I heard him saying it, and he said it also. Both of them said it, so it has to be some truth in it.
Right.
That I can always pinpoint what they said and never what I said.
Right.
I can always remember what they said. So
sound like me.
You hold on to what hurt you.
Right.
You know, and not really remember what you said to hurt the next person.
Sound like accountability.
Yes. And like you said, I tried to read books, meditate, burn sage. You know, I'm spiritual. I don't claim no religion, but I love Buddhism. But along with all of that, I'm a mom
Right.
of 4 kids because when me and him decided, well, when I left him,
Okay.
he left the kids.
Hmm.
You know, so he want to be involved with the kids when he want to, but it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Only way, because she left me, only way I got to her is to leave the kids.
Right.
And we have 3 boys together. So of course, and I'm big on family. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on family. I want him as involved, and you don't have to be in my life to be in their life.
Sure.
You know, and you still my family. I'm still gonna look out for you. Like if he needs something, but it's like he has a hatred for me. Like so.
Is it because of the fact that you decided that you needed to break away from him?
Yeah, I had to break away from him because I was getting his energy. He had a lot of. It wasn't my husband cheated, domestic violence, and you know at the end he stopped fighting me as much. And he cheated, and at the end he wasn't cheating as much.
So
But
my
it
question,
was
not to
the
cut you
energy.
off,
Okay.
you're an alpha woman. How did you? I'm asking because I've seen strong women let a man take that strength out of
Yes,
them.
he did. He made me weak.
By you being an alpha woman, how did you allow him to take you from your strength?
I don't know. When I got with him, he didn't want me to rap no more, and I said I'm not going to stop rapping. And I looked up, and 5 years passed, and I wasn't rapping.
Wow.
You know, and I can say like I rap, but I was a rapper. I knew people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had chances, and I just stopped doing all of it
Because of him?
because of him. Like, and I might not have looked at it like that because I wasn't trying to,
Right.
but in all actuality, it was because I was trying to be submissive. I was worried about what he was doing. I was loving him more than
And
I
not
was
love
loving
yourself.
myself, you know, and I wasn't alpha. Everything. I'm like I always liked to dress. I had to find me all over again. I always liked to dress like I was. No, none of that. You know, when I went out, I can go out and grab something, but like, you know, go look the part. But other than that,
So, what gave you the strength to pull away from him? What was that final thing that said, I can't do this no more?
my children. Me having my kids, it's like God gave me them because every time I went to leave him before I had the kids, I was feeling like my friends would say, "Oh, come here, girl. You ain't gotta be with him. He do this. He fight me. I got big black eyes. My wrist sprained. I'm in the hospital. I done been in jail. Baby mother done put me in jail for stuff I didn't do because he barking up both trees. You understand what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So as I grew, I had to realize and not be mad at her because she was only going through what I was going through, you know?
Right.
So as I grew, I had to realize, you know, when I had my boys, I'm like, I don't want them to see this. And I told them, that's when I got pregnant with my first son, TG, I told him, we not fighting. You're not hitting me in front of my boys. And we always fought before we had the kids. Always. I was actually on the brinks of leaving him. We were married 6 months, and I was trying to find a way out. And I would go to my friend's house. They would tell me come, but then when I got there, it was like, you know, you don't feel wanted. So I felt alone. I felt all the way alone. So I would go back to the house that we stayed at. We shared together.
Right.
You know, his mom there, and then sometimes he not there, and I just felt all the way alone. So I said, okay, you know what? I had my son, and then I had my other son. Then I had my other son. And I just had to, like, his energy. He didn't want nothing. He wasn't showing my boys what I felt like they deserved. He, you know, played the game, scream at the game all day, cussing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the headsets, cussing the guys out, go outside, do whatever he do, come back in the house. And for me, I was trying to build a future.
Right.
You know? And I was telling him, like, well, if you go to school, I can go to school with you to do this. And he was making every excuse not to better himself. And then he was doing things that I didn't know about when people was coming back. And it's like, for me, like you said, Buddhism, I was becoming big on energy. And I felt like because I knew, or because I was being around and I was associated with his energy, I was collecting his karma. So I was like, well, you know, what you gonna do about this? I was just getting tired of it.
Right.
I was like, you're gonna stay. I'm gonna stay stagnated because I'm attached to him. He's my husband.
And
Y'all
his
keep
energy
connected.
is
Sharing it.
y'all sharing it. Yeah, energy. I'm big on energy, and if your energy is bad, I can't be around you.
And you know, and that's my thing though, because I'm working on that part too. But I did in that situation, unfortunately, have to walk away from that energy. I don't get me wrong, it's magnetic. I be being pulled back, pulled back, pulled back. Even to this year, I've been even after the divorce.
But you were strong enough not to actually go though.
I won't. I'm gonna tell you, I won't have sex with him because I know sex is a deeper spiritual connection.
Yes, it
and
is.
If I let you leave those lives with me, I call sperm lives. If I let you leave them spirits, they're gonna have a hold on me for a long time.
And a lot of people don't understand
No,
that. They don't understand that the sexual energy in itself is
It's
really
something.
big.
I'm tantric.
It's really big.
I'm very tantric. Everything,
So-
if you can't give me tantric, I don't want it. And that's another thing. So for me, that's a part of my growth. You asked me if I grew. I know exactly what I want when it comes to a partner in sexual. I know I want it to be tantric. I want it to be spiritual. I want it to be meaningful. I want it to elevate. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wouldn't, even though, you know, like I said, it was magnetic and it keeps pulling me back towards him because I love him. I love him. I have love for him. I just won't let myself go back down that road because it's going to be starting over again.
So what advice would you give to a female who's going through this exact same thing? Because to be quite honest, there are so many females who are going through the same situation where someone has a hold on them, their mate has a hold on them, and they are being abused. Not even just physically, but emotionally, their self-restraint.
I'm back. So, like I said, I'm not with my daughter's father, but I love him. And it's like I repeated the same cycle.
So now you got to break free.
I'm breaking free from this. And it's like in life is lessons, you know? And I know that. And if you don't pass the lesson,
it's going to repeat itself. Listen, I say this all the time on my social media and Facebook. Things continue to recycle themselves until you learn the lesson. Until you take a step out and do something different than what you did previously, you're going to keep getting that cycle.
And my attraction to my baby father, like when I first met him, I was with my husband. And he came and we went to do a song. And when I got in the car, he went to take me home. We turned around the corner. My husband was in the house. But me and my husband wasn't. We were living together, but we were over. Like, I just didn't care. Like, I was the wrong one now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like the tables turn. Like, nigga, I ain't coming in there. Bitch, please. I'm out here. So, but we had that connection too when I first met him. He was like, I like you. And I was like, I like you too. I was like, but I'm married. And he was like, me too.
Oh, shit.
Years later, the first time we hooked up. Now, mind you, I didn't get pregnant until I was 28, period.
Right.
The first time I hooked up with my daughter father, we got back together because we always kept in contact. And then we lost a little contact, but we stayed friends. And the first time we had did a song, we got back together. 2 years later, we seen each other like, coming to do the video? Yeah, I'm coming to do the video. I never came home. I was pregnant. The same night.
Wow.
My husband's birthday.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yes. Matter of fact, the day before, July the 4th.
So when you told your husband you was pregnant?
I didn't. My son did. I had got... Oh, gosh, Tasha, this story get deep. So, I got pregnant on July the 4th. Me and my sister, you know, like I said, being with my husband and going through all that stuff, it kind of made me an introvert. People see me out a lot, but it's because I have to go and, like, I might go do a rap show, and then I'm back to the house with my kids. You know, like...
I get it. I'm an introvert too, so, you know, like, we used to always be out in the street doing shit. That these days, if I ain't going to work or going to the store, I'm in the house.
But then, that's how he started, because I like, okay, let me say this part. I wanted to grow, so that's why I stepped away from my husband, but he knew how to stop my growth was not doing for the kids. So I don't have anybody to help me with the kids. So what I wanted to accomplish, I really can't, because my mom don't live here. And everybody else really act like they got their own life. I don't have a support system. I'm not going to say I don't have a support system, but not the support I need to really, like, go out and say, oh, I'm going to work this big career, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that for my kids. So, from there, I went out with my sister, and we got drunk, and we had an incident. Up the ones in. Okay, boom, boom. Police come and they try to lock us up. And I go off about them locking us up. Because I'm telling them, like, okay, you locking me up, but this is like, basically you weren't here. So it's not a domestic. It's assault now.
Right.
You locking me up is basically, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to lock me up because you weren't here and it was assault. If she want to get me locked up, she got to go first charges assault.
Right.
So you locking me up is assault, and now I got the right to refuse. Of course, you know I'm out in Baltimore County, but they ain't trying to hear that. So they go and they lock me up. So when they go and they lock me up, I go to court, and the judge say that I got to do 30 days. So I came home and I said, oh gosh, let me take a pregnancy test, because her father kept saying,
You was pregnant.
that she pregnant. And I took the test and I was pregnant with my daughter. I don't know. I got all the way away from the thing. I completely, because I was telling you that story to tell you something.
You was telling me how your son told your husband you was pregnant.
So, okay, so I got locked up and I was pregnant. So I was like, oh my gosh, oh my God, he wanted me to keep the baby, of course. And I'm like, at the same time, even though I ain't been with my ex in years, I'm sitting here thinking like, how I'm gonna tell him? And I told him, my sister and them told him, he wasn't reaching out, but somehow he must have found out. We went to my sister's house to see the boys while I was gone. And they went upstairs and my oldest, he told him I was pregnant.
When he seen you after that, did he have an attitude?
He left. They said he left, but he didn't say anything. And my sister and my brother found out that my son told him. And then when I came home, he called me and he was like, he wanted to get the boys. And I was like, all right, come on, come get the boys, whatever. So he was like, all right, I got somebody with me. I'm like, ah. And when he came, he brought a girl. And I was like, but he didn't know. I knew that he knew.
Right.
So
he sounded like some get back stuff.
He did. He kept trying to get her pregnant. She ended up having a baby because he said he started begging her to get pregnant. But she ended up getting pregnant and having a baby.
But here's my thing. Why would you want to get pregnant by somebody who doesn't take care of their kids?
She didn't know. That's not the story he's telling.
But even still, I don't care what story you tell. If I don't see you, if we together, when I never see you with your kids, I'm gonna assume you don't take care of them.
Right.
Period. And you can tell me anything.
Right. Exactly. So.
And then these females fall for that dumb shit.
Did. Because I want to start. Can I call her? I mean, maybe I can get through to her. But she said that she was asking him, can they take him out? And he was making it like, oh, I wouldn't let him. But I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm please, as much as possible. I just had surgery. I tried to get him. And he found a way to flip the whole everything and end up not getting him. So.
It's crazy. It's like, that's why, when people see me post stuff, like, I mean what I say, y'all. Our black women need to be treated like queens. Nothing other than that. And it's like so many of our black men disrespect our black women.
It's deep for me. It's deep. They don't know. I feel like a lot of them don't know how.
And that's true.
And they got a lot of catty female traits themselves. Because they don't, some of them haven't had...
Well, most, and it's sad in our communities, not a lot of kids are brought up in two-parent homes.
Right.
So they don't know how a man is supposed to treat a woman.
Right.
All they know is what they see their mother do. And most single moms always fall into that trap of letting the wrong type of dude around their kids. And when you have boys especially trying to raise them to be a man, you can't let that negative spirit around them.
Right.
You can't let them see this type of stuff that you go through, because they're gonna feel like that's what they're supposed to do as men growing up. So, but there's that small amount of people who their father may not have been in their life, so they didn't have that male figure, and their mother may not have found somebody, but when they have kids, they know that they don't want their kids to end up or be treated like they did or lose out, so they become that father figure for their kids that they didn't have. But the majority of them go the other way.
That's the truth.
And it's sad.
That's the truth.
It's so sad. And even with like females, like when I sit in, just the females in my circle, when I sit around and see how they allow a grown ass man to sit in their house and do nothing, oh, this man love me, but you struggling, boo.
How about you struggling?
You struggling financially. You working 2-3 jobs to take care of you, your kids, and a grown man. That's not how a man is supposed to be.
And that's another reason why I think that I've been by myself so long. And if see, and a good thing, my issue now is with my daughter's father. He is a good father. He has a lot of children, but like he said, he wants to be to his kids what he felt like he didn't have. You know, his father is still alive, and you know he comes around. He came to I just met him, and you know he's willing to be our grandfather. But I guess he wasn't as active in his son's life. I don't really know the whole story, but with my daughter's father, he really wants to be. He's in his kids' life. He loves his kids, and right now he's having a hardship, and I try to be there for him. But something you said just made me realize it's not physical abuse with us. It's more so mental and emotional. So like you said, because me and him fuss and cuss each other all day in front of my boys, and I hate that. So what you just said really like struck a nerve, because I can't keep letting him talk like that to me in front of them. Even if he is a good father, you know, to my daughter, and you know, he tell them, to him, he like, y'all my kids,
right.
Y'all my sons. Right. I love y'all, you know.
But if that's the case, then set the example. Don't treat their mother like that.
I'm thinking like, you know, you got other kids, and don't get me wrong, I didn't heard you do cuss out. You know, me and his wife was close. You do cuss your wife out, but I don't know how much I ever seen you cuss her out in front of your boys,
right?
As much as you did with me,
right?
So I really never paid that attention till you just said that. So maybe nothing is by chance. You know what I'm saying? I blocked his number today because I got to work on me, like you said. Mm-hmm. And just for me to come in and have this conversation, and you said that, like, you don't even know how my body was tingling over here, like.
Because I see it.
For me.
Like, I'm telling you, I see it all the time. Like, and for instance, my nephew. My nephew came to me one day, and he was here, and I was ready to take him home, and I said, come on, dude, I'm going to take you home. He like, no, I don't want to go home. And I said, why? He said, because my daddy is being mean to my mommy. You feel me? And for a whole weekend, this is what he said. So I'm like, I'm not putting my baby back into that situation until I know what's going on. Regardless of whether or not y'all play fighting, y'all really fighting, I need to know, because I'm not going to put him back into that situation. Right. And at them being, and he's 4. Right. So at the kids being this young of an age, you got to look at what they're soaking in, what they're seeing. They can't express themselves right now, but if they see a man speaking to you in a way that they know in their mind they shouldn't, they're going to feel some kind of way. When they get older, they're going to be more protective of you, and they're going to be like, man, I don't like that dude.
It shows through the actions. Like you said, everything is psychological. You got to be careful what you say to your children, because it shows in their action, and people don't even think that far.
No, they don't.
And I'm big like on being mindful of, you know, certain things that's done in front of my kids, and just to that was completely overlooked. And I'm glad you said that, because that's even more reason to keep his number blocked.
Yeah, I mean, just from what you're telling me, like, if that's the case, he can be a good father to his daughter all day, but we can't bring that energy around my sons.
And that's what I told him. I said, why you want to argue all the time? Why you want to, every time you get around, it's like you just want to bring negative. And me, I try to remain positive, but that's another test that always fails. Like, I'm easily, like I said, magnetic. I'm easily attracted. If you give me, I feed off of you.
Right.
I feed off of what you give me. So if you're giving me some negativity, I can try. Like, he was getting into it the other day, and I was like, I'm not for it. I'm not arguing with you.
I've learned. I used to be that person, like, whatever energy you're giving me, if you give me all that rah-rah, I'm gonna give you that rah-rah back. But it's hard.
It's so hard.
But I'm in a place in my life, like, I'm in a peaceful bubble, basically. So with people, you know, back in the day, you couldn't say two things to me without me grade pop off. We grade fight. Listen, you ain't got to say no more. Let's throw them hands. But at this point in my life, I'm so calm, cool, and collect right now. Like, you can say what you want. We can say, here, I'm gonna let you get out your steam, and I'm gonna let you do whatever you need to do. And I'm like, okay, so we can talk as adults, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna bring to the table the energy that we actually need to have, not what you bring to me. Because if I allow you to attack me and it brings me out of my character, then that means that the peace that I have over me has been shattered, and I'm not about. It took me too long to get here for me to let somebody bring me out of my character like that.
Well, that's what I mean.
It definitely takes time, and I'm telling you, like, with meditation, with reading, I do journaling. Like,
I need to do all. I just told my sister that. That's crazy.
It helps. Like, I have candles and stuff, and like every morning when I get up, you know, I light my candles. I have a love candle. I have a healing candle. I have a good energy candle. So, you know, I light all that stuff. If like I'm having a bad day, I go into my little corner and do what I gotta do. I might pick up a book. Like, there are certain books that I'll read over and over again, little passages that, you know, will help me in my growth, and I'll stick with that. And it's helped me. It's helped me in my personal life. It's helped me in my love relationships and at work, because I got a stressful job. Because my job is very stressful, but I've learned to deal with all of that and not come out of my peace. So it's definitely something that it takes time to get there.
And I'm trying, because like you said, I have my I mean, you know, I have my sage. I have, but
listen, use that sage.
But I gotta maintain my order. You know, my life is chaotic because I have them, and it's always me and them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Always me and them.
Listen, I'm on Tasha. Drop them off. Yeah, y'all want to go on Tasha's house? No, you ain't gotta want to go. I need some me time. Come, let's go. Drop them off. All the kids always here, and then they boys. My mother love them. Listen, I'm just on Tasha. I ain't have no damn kids, so you know, don't make me know. Never mind. They can always come over here. We can go out to the trampoline park. You feel me? Like, with me, I love kids so much, and people always be like, Tasha, why you don't have no kids? Because I don't think that's what I was sent here for. I feel like I was sent here to look over the ones who actually need looking over, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that they're in like an abusive situation. They just may need that extra love and attention, and that's me.
Because it takes a village.
It does.
In any other race, they have a village. Like in any other country.
We're the only community, I'm sorry, that don't have it. And it's sad. And like, I'll be looking into the whole financial, economic things. Like you said, in other countries and other cultures, they kids stay in a house for them until they actually ready. And we putting ours out at 18.
You hear me?
You feel me? Like, I was just sitting here talking to my mother, like, man, we need to go half on a house. You know, like most people, they will build their credit scores up and they will go half on a house so they can get more property, more property. Like, it's hard right now. It's hard for one person without any kids. So I can only imagine with a person with kids and they single.
And they single, and then black people be like, you know, looking at all the Mexicans, they get it.
But they get money. And they all live in the same house.
Family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everything is, I guarantee you, one person make a meal, everybody eat. They eat together. You know, the food stretched. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I love that.
We selfish.
We selfish, and it's not. I'm not even gonna say we, because I ain't got no.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
I ain't got no part to that. I'm let them have that. I'm the person that you could come to my house. I'ma feed you.
Listen, I'm still waiting on my meal.
Listen, I will go get the food and cook. I'm that person. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my daughter's father, he's here and then he's there. But he just told me, he was like, you got a good heart. You need a shelter. He was like, you need a shelter. And when he said that, because Ebony always called me Big Gaddy. Because I always take somebody in and then we end up beefing because they did something. And she was like, that's your fault. You put yourself in the same situation.
But when you got a heart like that, I mean,
I'm not letting nobody change who I am.
Right. And the crazy thing was, there was this person in my past that she almost got me locked up on some old unnecessary shit. I found out that this chick was having a hard time. She needed a place to lay her head. She needed food. She needed shoes. And everybody was like, and people was like, I ain't helping her because she did. And I was like, and they was like, so you telling me, Tasha, that you would help her? Yes, I would, because that's not me. I'm not going to take my grudges out on something that happened years ago. If somebody needs to be fed, they need food, they need shelter. If I can provide it to them, I will give it to them, because that could easily be me in that situation, and somebody could be saying the same thing about me. So yes, I don't care what we went through in the past, as long as you respect me, I will help you.
I learned in taking people in, sometimes people create their situations.
True.
And they're in that situation because the fuckery they did to you, in the end, they did to somebody else.
That is true.
So I think it is best that I get a shelter, so I don't have to take nobody. I feel like God placed me all the way out. I hate being all the way out like Marsha. I hate it. I hate it so much. But I feel like God put me out there for a reason. Like, if you're not going to learn this lesson, I'm going to make you learn this lesson.
Right.
I'm not going to leave you right here where you're accessible to everybody. And everybody can just come and and take.
Right.
So I'm going to put you out here because they're not going to come all the way out there.
And that is true.
So now you got to find you again. But I'm still finding a way to get back in the city every day. You feel me? So I'm going to work on that.
Well, we had a great conversation.
I needed it.
And I'm happy, because it sounds like you got some things that you needed from the conversation. And the crazy thing is that the last couple of conversations I had was something that I said to the other person was like, I needed that. I really needed that. And that's why my YouTube channel is called Redefining Love and Relationships and Healing, because it's needed. Right. And we don't talk about this stuff, but it definitely needs to be talked about, because people really think they're the only ones that are going through it, but they're not. And so to hear somebody else go through it, it gives them the strength to know what they may need to do to get out their situation. So if I can help anybody by any means necessary, that's what I'm going to do, So, but I'm definitely glad you came and hollered at me.
Yes,
finally.
Finally. I'm telling you what the issue is. You see how I easily forgot?
I know. I mean, and it's like that. It happens sometimes, but
all the time with me.
We got it done.
Yes, we did. And I'm glad. Because it's real. I'm feeling real peaceful over here. I am.
I give that off.
Now you do. I'm dead serious. Like, I feel like I needed this, because everything, like, I have the community events, everything. It's just, I feel everything around me is chaotic. But right now, I just feel like, oh, that shit.
Well, I'm glad I can give you my energy, and hopefully you take it with you. And like I said, that mean for real though. If you ever need just a break or you want to drop the boys off, call me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Hold me to it.
I am.
All right, peoples. My hair's a mess. Signing off. Check it out. Hey, listen. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know if there's something that y'all want to hear. If there's a topic that y'all want me to go over, hit me. Let me know. Peace.